Kevin, how would you assess that round? Was it a grinding round, or was it just kind of
definitely a grinding round? Yeah, those up and downs on 15 and 16 were pretty crazy. I was fortunate to get those two up and down. 17 was just a brain fart, but 18 to come back and birdie it was pretty nice. So I'm very happy with it. I knew it was going to be very difficult today. The wind was supposed to be even worse, I think, than it is, but we're fortunate to not get the rain. And just wanted to give myself in the last group or two tomorrow, and was able to do that, I think.
Stats say you hit a handful more fairways today than yesterday. Do you feel like you drove it differently?
I guess so. It's courses like this and days like this, you're not like pumping it as hard as you can down sides of fairway. It's more kind of like missing it in the right spots. A lot of times it's all about angles. It's about a lot of times not getting yourself into certain positions that are so difficult to be in. And this course has some spots you can attack and has some spots you just got to be defensive on. 11's a good example. I mean, it's a long par 5, but I hit 3-wood off it today because I knew that shoot that you shoot down to the left on your layup is much wider from where my 3 would be, where I hit driver and the wind off the left and it gets into the trees, all of a sudden you got to chip out sideways. So did the right thing there, hit a nice 4-iron punch shot down there and was rewarded with a good look at birdie. But there's some thinking to do on this golf course for sure.
Was it frustrating not making a birdie until the last hole?
No, it wasn't frustrating. It's such a chess game today. It's such hole by hole. Had a few good looks, kind of misread some, and then didn't hit some great putts. But I mean, pretty proud of my short game and iron play still, and just still trying to stay in position. Go Duke.
Is this a place where the experience really pays off? Is this one of those tracks?
It does.
Yeah.
Especially when the conditions get such.
Yeah.
Things change. It's not just trying to spin it right, landing balls at the hole and just have them grab. It's leaving it in the right spot when acknowledging when you're in trouble and kind of just trying to get out of there with bogey at worst. Yeah. And but at the same time, you have some downwind par 5s you got to take advantage of as well. So that's what makes it a great golf course.
And you had the ball marker in play today, right?
Yeah.
So have other players giving you a lot of feedback on that or ask you about it?
I think they just think it's cool. It's not rocket science, but it makes sense. You kind of try and get the line down close to where you want to roll it. And then if you use a line, you try and match them up, and then it kind of gives you the confidence to say, this is pretty close to where I want to roll this ball, and takes maybe a step of thought out of it to a degree.
Steve Rentoul was saying they kind of talked to you about the potential trap of not getting the exact spot. Had you thought of that beforehand, or is that something?
Yeah, we talked about it Wednesday. I got to be careful of spinning it and then putting it in at a different angle. As long as the bottom of the ball is in the same spot, you're fine. But it's you got to get it the same spot you mark it from. That's for sure. So
you had a day to think about it, Kevin, even though you probably haven't given it a second thought about who made this thing. Do you still know?
It's one of those where the caddies were kind of walking around and saying, "Try this out." I got a new one of these too. It was got it from. I should be better about that. Where I feel bad is I'm pretty sure it was a Whisper Rock member where I'm a member at, and he mentioned it real quick. He's like, "Oh, he made these and wanted you to try one." And I, at the top of my mind, can't say who it is, but I'll figure it out and I'll get it to you. But
we'll take this off the transcript in the meantime.
What is on the top? Is it
just a line?
Just a line.
Yeah.
And did you grind it down? Did you have the
yeah, this could be more than an inch, so I had to cut it down to an inch. It was like just over an inch, inch and a quarter or something.
Did you do it or have some guys?
No, the Wilson guys did it for me.
Yeah. Did you ever have any holes where the wind just went away for a bit?
Yeah. I had 2 wedge shots on 12 and 15, or 14, 12 and 14 that were down. And it's one of those, you trust it, you kind of hoist it, but sometimes it almost gets knocked down in the wind. And both those shots, the 12 for sure, it just kind of died on me. I was trying to hit a 150-yard wedge, which I normally hit about 135, and that one flew 135. And then the other one, the same thing, it was like 149, and I flew it 132. And so you got to trust it at the end of the day. If you're going to play for the wind, you got to trust the wind. And it's sometimes tough, especially in back pins, where if you get it, you hammer it, it gets you to a place you don't want to be, like I did on 16.
You probably didn't need to look at a leaderboard to know what was going on out here this morning, but is it at all comforting when you look at a board and nobody's doing anything and it kind of reaffirms?
Yeah.
Don't worry about a drop shot here or there?
Yeah, I knew it'd be a very challenging day, and it's Friday, so I'm not really too worried about leaderboards anyway. But really try to wait till Sunday afternoon. But yeah, you got to just take what the course can give you, and it's not giving you much right now. So,
Kevin, where do you think 6 under will be at the end of the day?
probably top off the wind. It seems like it's not getting crazy. Probably in the top 5 or 6. Hopefully in the last group or 2.
And just finally, how do you spend the afternoon? I know it's your son's birthday.
Yeah, call my
Basketball,
son when he gets out of school, and then just watch basketball and hit a few more 4-footers that ticked me off on 17 there.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.